disperse immediately. All police horses, dogs and long-handled batons will be deployed.
These are Kent TV's exclusive pictures of the moments Green campaigners breached the perimeter fence of Kingsnorth power station in Medway.
We don't want your dirty coal! We get power, that's our goal! No new coal!
Over 1,000 protesters came across fields by road and by river to protest against plans to build the first coal-fired power station in the UK in 20 years here. After months of planning, all that stood between the climate camp and achieving their aim of shutting the power station down was 1,500 police officers. It's 9 o'clock on Saturday the 9th of August, and the day of mass action has just got underway. And this is the main march, or the Orange Pod, that's now making its way to Kingsnorth Power Station.
Morning, officers! Dragon power, not coal power!
As the march slowly progressed, about 30 boats were already on their way to Kingsnorth. The harbour master's launch took more than 100 people out of the water. 5 were arrested by police. Several boats got stuck on the mudflats, and their exhausted sailors dragged themselves ashore.
We were on the north shore of the Medway. We got 10 little dinghies that had all been buried along the shoreline. It was Operation Treasure Island. And then we had about, I think, 7 rafts that were delivered in a lorry, got them onto the jetty, and we got the 7 rafts into the water. It was a great success. We got picked up by the police before we got to the jetty, but it's been a fantastic day.
Not to be outdone, the Green Group were also mounting an attack on the perimeter fence. There was some interesting discussion between climate campers and police.
Just don't go over it, mate. It ain't worth it.
It is worth it.
It isn't.
Do you understand the problem with climate change? Have you actually spent some time looking at it?
Yeah, when you go home, are you going to stick your electricity on?
You okay?
19 people got over the outer security fence and were escorted away by police. But not before 4 protesters also breached the inner security fence and were arrested. Police then called in backup to disperse the rest of the crowd.
Disperse immediately. All police horses, dogs and long-handled batons will be deployed.
A more peaceable Orange team also reached Kingsnorth.
I'm feeling really great about being here today because there's been such a mix of people, from local people right up to people who've come from all over the country to say no to new coal.
Yeah, I'm just feeling really good. Things like this stop you feeling hopeless, which I guess is the easiest thing to feel when you read about this stuff.
Most of the protesters returned to camp in the afternoon, apart from about 20 who created a human chain in front of the site's gates. They were later removed by riot police. This has been one of the largest operations Kent Police have ever had to deal with. And although the total figure isn't available yet, they have revealed it has cost at least a couple of £1 million. And can we let our Kent TV viewers know if they're the ones that are actually paying for this policing operation?
Well, we would apply to government for the money. So there's a very, very well established mechanism that allows us to do this. We've already started the dialogue a long, long time ago with Home Office and with ministers to allow this to take place. So we hope that no, that won't be the case.
For protesters, it's the environmental costs that are their main concern.
We're building a social movement in this country of people who are willing and able to take serious action on climate change. It's not just about this one day, it's not just about the 1 week, it's also about the other 50-odd weeks of the year in which people are coming together and taking action in their communities to stop runaway climate change from happening.
This is not the end of the story for climate camp in Kent. If the government gives E.ON permission to build 2 new coal-fired power units at Kingsnorth, protesters have vowed to come back.